Okay. Come on, Eileen.
Do you know this person?
Of course.
You know this person.
Eileen's
Okay.
been to how many shows? 350, 400?
Okay, all right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so read the manifesto. Here we go.
Okay, I just want to say, Sammy, thank you. Thank you for being the best rock and roll band ever, Van Halen. Thank you for the Wabos, the Circle, and the Chicken Foot. Thank you for making 2 hours of my life each night a show in the moment where I forget about everything in my world and it's on. Thank you for giving me a natural high every time I see you. Thank you for putting joy into my life when I listen to the music, and sometimes I can never say it loud enough. Thank you for putting people in my life that I would have never met because of you, such as Karen and Pam. Thank you for always taking a moment to take a picture or to say hi. And thank you for giving Dave and I, my husband, a reason to travel and to be together to see you. I just want to say thank you.
What are you gonna do? Now you see why I will never quit.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I don't get that. So. Right here.
Sammy, you have so many great songs, from Montrose to Van Halen to solo stuff, and you have stuff people probably expect to hear every night. What are your favorite things to play live?
Well, the song "Can't Hang"
That's a good
of the
one.
new songs.
Yeah.
Any of the new songs, of course, are fresh. But I don't think I've ever sang right now without feeling it really hard. And it's really Eagles Fly. Every time I sing that, I get emotional. It's like I can't believe I still get emotional singing that song.
Amazing.
There's so many good ones. I wish I could sing Dreams in the same register that it's in, but I don't know how I did that. And I don't know how I did it for years in Van Halen, but now we tuned it way down and we do it in a softer thing, but always, that song always touches me. I like to sing things that I feel, that when I wrote it, I felt the same thing. And 20 years later, 10 years later, when I can sing that song and still go back to that moment, that's a very nice connection emotionally for me and for any writer, I'm sure.
Yes, right there.
What are your big plans in 2020? What band's coming out?
2020. What's up for 2020?
Believe it or not, I'm gonna do a 40-city tour. I haven't done this in a long time. This year we made a record and I was told, you gotta go out and support it. I don't like to go away and tour, but I love to play shows. So the way we do it with the Circle, we play a couple shows a month. Yeah,
That
there it
works.
is. So we play a couple shows a
That
month,
works.
but I'm gonna do 40 cities. I'm gonna do a real tour next year again, and I'm doubling from what I did this year. And I'm, I decided that I gotta do this while I still can. You know what I mean? It's like, there's gonna be a day I wake up and go, I can't do this no more. Not because I don't want to in my heart, but because my knees, my back, my voice, something's gonna say nope. And that's inevitable for everyone. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna
Awesome.
dig
In the
in.
back.
Thank you very sure.
Hey Sammy, quick question. It's so difficult to get into your birthday bash. Very popular. Just wondering if everybody in here can get a ticket to next
There's a guy with the entrepreneurial spirit.
The combo wall was just, I could get 200 more than this in there, so, we might be able to work something. No, I'm sorry about that. I've tried to do a big show on the streets. I tried to do a big show on the beach. Mexico is so crazy. It's like the first thing they do is they go, how much you gonna pay us? No, I want to do it for free. You don't understand.
You in LA?
I love the Cabo Wabo shows, so it's
There you go. Yes, sir, right here.
Oh, Mr. Hagar. Yes, sir. Long time listener, first time question. Touch on something that you didn't touch on here, which shaped my musical love for your music, which is HSAS.
Oh.
When Through the Fire came out, blew me away. When I watched the concert on MTV, why wasn't the songs that were in the concert on the album, Since You Came, Hope and Fear, those songs.
This is a gentleman who has studied up.
I'm not getting in trouble here, but I did rip those and put them on.
Let's not get too.
I really don't know why. I think it was probably a timing thing on the record. Like you can only get so much music on there. And to we're live, it was all new songs, right? When we toured, so we had to play an hour and a half of new music, and it was hard to get that back then. I think it wasn't DVDs. We were looking at records and cassettes. But that's the only reason why I can think of that. But I forgot about those songs. Well, Without Fear. Man.
They may show up in a set list later. Yes, sir. In
Yes,
the back.
hello.
Yes. You're-
Hi, sorry, I'm a little nervous. Cuban. Me too. Thank you, sir, for being here. And my wife and I, we subscribe to Velma, your sister. She's really cute. Her Bible, she does like a Facebook, YouTube, right? There's a YouTube,
Yeah,
Facebook.
uh-huh.
Anyway, we know you said that you don't want to, die with any issues with Eddie, and you're a peaceful guy. Is there any are you a spiritual man? Would you consider yourself spiritual
Would you
man?
consider yourself spiritual?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I'm not religious, go to church and that kind of thing, but I think it's a great thing. People that go to church, my sister's extremely religious. Like she's always trying to save me. I'm okay, Velma. No, I believe in God.
That might take sense.
Yeah.
We have time for one more. Yes, way in the back. Yes, sir.
Would you ever consider playing in Huntington Beach again?
If the city lets me. No, that was
Right out in front of my house.
that was my favorite. I thought that was going to go on for years. That was my way of doing a birthday bash. Right before the birthday was always going to be the Huntington Beach party, but the promoter I was involved with didn't pay the city, and they wouldn't give a permit. Which I don't know why he didn't do it. It's like I want to break the guy's neck, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, he made a lot of people's lives miserable, including mine, for a day.
So last question, and this was something that I'm always amazed about when I hear about your shows and I read about your shows. You have a unique commitment to philanthropy and charity. You have your own foundation, and all of your shows have a philanthropic component. Why is that important to you?
Well, I grew up poor, and without going into too many details, if it wasn't for food banks, which they weren't food banks when I was growing up, but my mother, for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, my single mom raised 4 kids, and I was the youngest of 4 kids, and so she'd go get a turkey or a ham, and from the unions, from the steel mill in the town there, they'd have a union, so they'd give food away, and we did it, and it was so great for the whole family to say, wow, man, we're going to really have a great meal tonight. It wasn't like we were starving, but we were definitely poor. And so I just thought the main thing, I just remember the joy we would get from free food, man. Those kids would go, whoa, look at this, And so I just want to feed people. I think the basic thing you can do is feed people.
Yeah.
And so that's so I give to a food bank in every city I played for 9 years. 10 years now.
Yeah.
Every city I play, I write a check to the food bank, and I go down to the food banks, and when you see families like my family was, like we weren't homeless, we were just kind of having a hard time making ends meet, my mom, and so when you see the families at these food banks that are same position, and I talked to them, I was having one of the guy's a gardener and his wife's a maid. And he goes, when my truck needs tires and we can't afford to see the tires for the truck or food, and then so we come down here at least once a month and we get food. And I think, man, that's it right there. That put the nails in me. And so I just believe it's really a lot of bang for the buck. And I'm also really a big fan of local.
Yes.
Like in other words, I would love to feed every child in Africa. I wish I could, but I don't live in Africa. So I just think I live in a town where I can help. So I just try to help as many people as I can in my environment. So when I go play a concert, I don't just take the check, I leave something behind it. So that's my philosophy.
Fantastic.